Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to ASUS ROG. As you guys can tell, we are clearly prepared to get into this second semifinal, final map, essentially. Going to be on Dust 2 between Nostalgie and ENCORE, and this is going to be the end, the last run, the final map to determine who goes on to face off against My Revenge in the grand finals here of the ASUS ROG, hosted at Assembly Summer 2014 on Room on Fire. Thank you all for joining us, but this is going to be all or nothing between these two fantastic teams, two favorites to take the whole thing, and they clash here in the semifinal match. But we've talked a little bit about it, but let's go ahead and get into the thick of things here. It's going to be Dust 2. Now, after the performance here from ENCORE on the before last map, essentially on Inferno, what do you make of their chances going into this final map on Dust 2?
I mean, I really don't think what happened there on the second map is going to have too big of an impact here. They had a lengthy break; it was almost 15 minutes since that map ended. I think they mentally checked out already at some point in the first half. So it's going to be a whole new game, and I mean, it's tied at 1.
It's tied at 1. Anything is possible.
That's all that needs to be said.
And anything is possible on Dust 2. That's a real fun thing about this map. Everybody knows it. It's been around for ages, and there's so many different strats possible here. But not to ENCORE, they really seem to have a firm grasp of how to play this map. The big thing here is that this map also promotes somewhat random risky play sometimes, and so mixed teams like Nostalgie can have the edge because they can rely on their aim, and they can rely on that aim to carry them through those risky plays. So we'll see who actually gets the start here. Do you think it's a make or break who gets a start on which side?
I really don't think it makes a big difference at all, to be honest.
Going into it,
it looks like a Nostalgie will have their pick. They have a 3v1 right now. KHRN, though, 3 kills already, down to a 1v1 versus Overdrive. Can he do it?
Let's go ahead and get in game so we can see this remarkable duel.
Oh,
and
KHRN wins a 1v3 with a knife. Of course, we missed that on the stream, unfortunately, but it was glorious.
Still, 4K in the knife round. Brilliant radio commentary there for all of you guys.
And ENCORE decided to swap sides. They're going to be starting as the terrorists. That is their choice going into the deciding match. That could potentially end their tournament. They run at ASUS ROG. I mean, one of these teams is going to be home, knocked out of this tournament.
Well, let's go and hop in. We are live with the pistol round here, starting the final map on Dust 2 between Nostalgie and ENCORE. This is going to determine who goes on to face off against My Revenge in the grand finals here of the ASUS ROG Summer 2014 tournament. And now it begins. Flash out onto Long, and they just go in charging. It's going to be Kaylee hanging around, holding this angle. He gets flashed, though, eats it full on. I'd be amazed if he survives, and he does not. But there is a man alive, and that man's name is Apex, and he's holding so far with one headshot. Schneider lends a hand, gets another, gets boosted up onto the site, and all of a sudden, what looked like a good position for ENCORE to be in crumbles.
Well, I mean, ENCORE basically just stood there, did nothing, and just started taking aim duels, and, you know, that's how they get rocked on Inferno. So they really got to stay away from falling back into that trap.
We really have to see some big, some big strategic plays come out from ENCORE. That's the big thing here. They can't rely on their aim to carry them in this fight, especially on a map like Dust 2. And they cannot allow Nostalgie to get the momentum, most importantly, on Dust 2. Something that we've seen more and more teams get, and they just don't let it go once they find an opening. But Disturbed is going to be covering his teammate, X-Heart. Apex, once again, managing to get a big frag, and then Apex with 2.
You know, we could actually hear Nostalgie, I think, for the first time in this match, just yelling. They were getting loud, and there's no way ENCORE also did not hear that. And that's going to be a bummer to go from losing 2-16 on Inferno to getting the early advantage here on the opening pistol on Dust 2, and then just giving it all away in similar fashion to what just happened on the previous map.
All right, ENCORE, but one important thing is that they do manage to get the plant in that pistol. So ENCORE, they aren't going to have to eco for 2 rounds. They're just going to eco this 1, and we'll see where they decide to go with this. I mean, straight out mid seems to be the case. There is a man holding here, however, and it's Apex, and he has potentially the most money nade, and it hits all 5 members of ENCORE. Everybody getting dusted. It's going to come down now to Kaylee, who's holding on short. Lights up the first man to get through. Goes for another, but gets instantly headshot. And then Apex decides to just ruin everybody's day. Finds the eco. No. Kaylee obviously getting that first, but still clean up by Apex. 4 frags to him and barely any damage taken.
Yep. Good round by Nostalgie. ENCORE going for the buy as they did get the bomb planted in the opening round of this map. And now let's see if they can stop the Nostalgie train here. I mean, it really took him far too long in the second map. Can they stop Nostalgie from racking up one of those huge leads once more?
Now Disturbed having to back off. Good little molly there to buy the time for Overdrive to get into pit. A solid position to hold, and Kaylee holding the angle. Nostalgie going for a very vanilla way of playing CT right now. Just spread out across the map. 2 guys holding mid, so that's a little bit different, but still. 2 at long, 1 holding on the B side proper, and 2 in mid. But now we have the flashes coming out. Flash of his own from Kaylee. He's going to look for the opening, and he's not going to find it. It's going to be Overdrive, however, still alive in the pit, but they're really taking their time with this. Thorough play from ENCORE, and they managed to get 2 opening frags here leading into the A site. They have control of long, but where do you think they should go from this now, Lurpus?
I mean, they just got to group together and just attack a place before one of their players or more get picked apart, because that's what's been happening. And right now, this time it's Reflex who gets the next kill. And you see Nostalgie just running out, no fear, just going for those duels, just hoping to get more kills. They know they have nothing to lose this round. They're already expected to lose. Disturbed and KHRN both low on health. So now, let's say 2 ENCORE players get taken down. They're once again in this round. They really need to just attack a spot as KHRN takes out Pimp. And Snyder is going to be the last member left with an ENCORE are finally, well, not finally, they're actually going to get on the board here in the 3rd round of this map, but it just feels like forever since the last time the Finns actually won a round.
Yeah, that's the big thing coming out of Inferno.
Well, even more so won a round that mattered.
Yeah.
Because the rounds they won on Inferno hardly made a difference, so, I mean, it's been a while since Nuke ended, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the first map of this series on which ENCORE won, and in a good play from their T side, picking up the final rounds at the end of the second half on their T side. ENCORE managed to secure Nuke. They got steamrolled on Inferno though, and now on Dust 2 in their first buy round, they managed to turn it around here and pick up the 3rd round. So they do pick up quite a big win. Not taking a little bit of damage there, perhaps due to jumpy play from his teammates. But one thing is that Schneider will be able to hold on to this gun all the way over here, crouching at T spawn. Money for Nostalgie means that this should be a save round from them, really. But then the thing is that they could still try and go and put the pressure on ENCORE, force up a buy, and we see them going for it. They have just barely enough to make this worthwhile. Now, do you agree with them going for this buy? Because the thing is, ENCORE still don't have much money in the bank. Nostalgie have an opportunity to wreck them early here.
Well, the thing is, ENCORE can actually afford a buy regardless of what happens this round. They have enough money now saved up, as you can see on the scoreboard. But I mean, it's been working out for Nostalgie, and they keep going for these buys, and they have so much skill that a lot of the time it pays off.
It's going to be the boost up on the short, but nobody is mid right now. Still sitting top mid is Reflex, outside of A long, and there is a man, Xart, moving back into T-spawn, looking to get some eyes, going for the peek, but that is a bit of a risky play there from ENCORE, not covering mid, not making sure that Nostalgie can't, get into lower dark, for example, try and get control of that side of the map. ENCORE really putting all their eggs towards this A play. They've got 2 guys waiting alive in the site, but Nostalgie haven't really given them any targets to work with. Apex holding passively from CT slope as his teammates continue to just hold on short.
Slow round by ENCORE, but positively, this time they're not being picked apart as they play slowly. It looks like they are setting up to split up the A bomb site, which is always a solid way to go.
Yeah, and it's going to come down to the defense on that cap play here for Nostalgie. They have to hold it versus the push that will be coming from ENCORE that has the bomb with it as well. So the way that Nostalgie are holding this is advantageous. Kaylee finds a headshot on Disturbed, but then the return from Natu. Nice clicks there. Dodges the flash and gets the second spray. Apex is down. Natu with a big play here to turn the tide. And all of a sudden, his teammates are going to be able to make their way up onto that A site. Overdrive very low in CT. Trying to take a bit of a risk there and get a shot going his way, but it's not going to happen.
Pimp is going to run into Xart here. Gets the kill. Can he get the second one? No. KHRN takes him out. 3v2 now in favor of ENCORE, and that's going to be enough for Nostalgie. They don't want any piece of this. They're going to run into T-spawn and try to save these weapons. And great job by Natu there. Not just getting that first kill on top of the A side, but dodging that flash successfully and getting that second kill really is what made the difference this round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that second kill
had he died, I think they lose this round. So that's huge by Natu.
Yeah, and the man himself, the Dark Knight. That was actually just crucial. Him taking out Apex and CT, that was just huge. This is the big frag there. But ENCORE showing that they've still got some fight in them. 2 rounds now in a row at the beginning of this half, split evenly. And Nostalgie now under pressure. They go for the buy to try and break ENCORE's money, but now they are the broken ones. They actually have a bit of a mix going in. Apex actually investing Kevlar. He had a little bit of bonus cash. But it is going to be a mix between rifles and pistols here for Nostalgie on the CT side. I like that Overdrive is going to try and peek out mid, though, but he decides to back off, play it safe. And in the meantime, ENCORE, again, playing very safe on their side, holding at all the points, making sure that Nostalgie can't push anywhere and try and catch them off guard. They are aware that Nostalgie are going to be hurting for money, so Nostalgie could try and play random, push out with pistols, try and get damage done and pick up rifles from ENCORE, but ENCORE is set up in such a way that that's going to be really tough. And it is going to be Natu actually picking off Pimp, who pushed in through upper dark as they tried to swap to him. I thought he was 9, but in fact, he is 0.
Yep, and Natu is low on health, so this round could still turn dangerous very quickly if Overdrive is able to get a kill here, but no, KHR, and he's been very good this whole series. Been probably ENCORE's best player so far this tournament, I would say. Gets that kill, and still 2 weapons for Nostalgie, so it's still not over.
No, Apex managed to find that that FAMAS, picked it up from Overdrive, so not letting it go to waste there, just sitting on Cat. Now he gets into CT. The smoke is going to go down. A perfect smoke to cut him off. He has no crack to look through here to give him any information. He has to go off of his ears at this point. And all 5 members alive for ENCORE just trooping on past. They put a shot. They connect with Apex. They know that somebody's close now. That's information, valuable information. And Apex going to stop the plan and even get a kill.
15 seconds.
Yeah, they're running out of time here. They have to make their way up onto this
site
and get this
with
plant.
a big kill there. Schneider last man alive.
And actually taking fire from top of mid. The snipe from Exart to end it all. And now going into this 6th round, Nostalgie will have the money to buy, but just barely. Not many nades to their name, 3 of them without helmets, and not a single kit picked up. This is a statement from Nostalgie. They're not going to let the plant happen.
And let's see what ENCORE choose to do here. Looks like they are sending 4 of their players towards the B site. And that's going to put a lot of pressure on Pimp and Schneider to get some entry kills here as ENCORE goes in. Reflex spots Pimp now. He's going to be throwing something in there. ENCORE are going to be... No, they fall back at the last second instead of running through that smoke, and that's a very good call. They probably would have been mowed down by Pimp.
Agreed. Coming through that smoke, definitely not an advantage, despite the fact that there has been a recent update that's changed how the smoke mechanics work.
Yeah, exactly. The HLTV News Post actually said it fixed the smokes. It actually just changed how they're flawed.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a big difference. You know, one day Velt will get it right, maybe.
Someday. Well, that's not today. And we go into this 6th round with still pretty even, actually. No opening frags. It's going to be a quick play out, but Overdrive waiting in the corner. They check it, but Kaylee saves him. Kaylee going to get caught in Overdrive with the extra bullets. Is going to manage to pick up 2 kills. Brings it back to a 3-on-3.
Look at Natu on top of A already. If he can get this kill on Apex, misses some shots, that could be the round right there, but he keeps missing. Finally gets that kill. What a marathon duel there. Schneider also unable to kill Natu, so that's huge by Natu being able to dodge that. He also correctly smokes that spawn out for his teammates. And he should be able to get this bomb planet, so big round for Natu so far.
And Pimp is moving
despite
up.
Those misses.
10 seconds left, 9 seconds left. Pimp looking for the shot. Natu has to crouch on this site. He peeks up and Pimp gets him immediately.
But the bomb is planted for long, and Exart should be able to clean this up.
There's the flick, hits the wall instead, but Reflex makes up for it. And now they know where the AWP is. The shot is in, but Pimp, huge headshot. Goes for the defuse, comes off of it, decides to try and fake it. Now he has to go for it. He has no kit. This, again, was the situation. And he will get caught.
And Reflex, who scored 4 kills that round, goes for the 1-tap. He needs no more. So great round by Reflex there. And here we see Apex missing these shots on Natu. Just the longest duel ever, basically. Both of them missing some shots. Natu finally comes through it in the end. And that's going to be Nostalgie on a save round.
Oh, but they know now. They know that there are terrorists in the upper dark tunnels. Schneider getting up close with the CZ, putting good damage out on Disturb, gets the shot. He gets overwhelmed. And we still have Pimp alive on this B site with the P250. Damage has been dealt. He could find the headshot, but it's not going to be good enough. And now Apex at the doors gets overwhelmed as well. And this is falling apart now for Nostalgie. 2 members having taken heavy damage here for ENCORE. There could be an opportunity here for Kaylee to strike, but he's gonna get spotted out immediately. They know he's at window now. And he shouldn't be able to get anything done here. Nades are already sailing in. Shots being put through. And this is a very tough situation. Even a Molotov, just to top it off, adding insult to injury to smoke. There's no way. Exarch finds him through the door. And there we have it. ENCORE just looking very solid now, and they are the team that have the momentum and the money on their side. One big thing now is that Kaylee finally has the money to pick up an AWP, and Schneider does as well. A double op setup coming out here now. And are they going to double stack in mid? It seems like it. They really want to catch Exarch off guard. And there you go. The flick. Exarch finds the headshot on Pimp crossing over, but Kaylee quickly returns, brings it back to a 4-on-4. And the push up from Apex top mid. This is Apex. This is signature Apex. He walks right up and picks up reflex, and there is no possibility to answer. It has to come here from Caron, who's not going to get the shot. Instead, taking way too much damage, and he has to back off.
Yeah, big play by Apex there. Exarch comments, LOL, ...
That was a very, very nice shot there from Kaylee in particular. Pimp not too happy that he got shot in the face, but risk of the trade there, Pimp. When you're facing off against top-tier operas like this, they will tag you through those doors. I mean, it's like the mythical battle, the op battle on Dust 2. Except that it's not mythical because you see these all the time. Oh. Potential there for Natu to actually catch a man off guard. Kaylee ate that flash. Right now, ENCORE are down a man, though, so this is risky business for them. And it seems like they want to split up B, potentially make a play for this, but Kaylee is looking towards mid. Scopes out just once. The bomb is making its way up catwalk, and it seems like they're going to speed up behind this, but Apex is holding on a slope. This is a big opportunity for him to wreak havoc. He could actually pick up that next frag here. Caron's so very low, putting shots through, trying to pre-fire the angle. Apex getting overwhelmed, however, and Apex, 2 big kills. Caron kills himself somehow, and Natu dying. It's now turned into a 1v2. Disturbed has 10 seconds to plant this bomb, and he's barely going to make it. But he needs to turn this into a 1v2. Oh, no, the reload. No, come on. The timing here is Disturbed. Don't do that to us. And they get caught. Overdrive with the headshot from long. And Nostalgie will get their 3rd round on the board. There's a kit on Overdrive as well. Plenty of time to get this. And Schneider saves an AWP for mid. This is so tense between both of these teams. Back and forth, man. They're getting frags left and right. It just seems so crazy that they're able to come back from that sort of situation. But Disturbed, that timing that he switches out, it's that tick to keep focused, to keep in the zone. Except at that time, it really cost him. Schneider with 5 HP. That would have been a freebie and the round for ENCORE.
Still a chance for ENCORE to break Nostalgie's money, though, and get a couple free rounds as a result. Let's see what they choose to do here. So far, ENCORE have actually looked pretty good, I think, as Disturbed gets the early kill on Apex. Nice shot by him from long.
And you can see it right here, just swapping out, making sure that his fingers are moving, making sure that he's focused. But this is big, and look at the push that's coming into Upper Dark now because of this kill. Corona's going to spot it out. Nostalgie, at least, they chase them back out of Lower Dark, and that's going to force the push here on short. Overdrive instantly gets overwhelmed, however, and now it's all going to come down to Kaylee. He has to land that perfect shot. He's going to get the leg shot. That's not good enough, Kaylee. ENCORE have the A site now to themselves, and Schneider and Pimp are backing off to the B site immediately. They need to hold on to these guns.
And this is a round where ENCORE must go chasing after these guns. Because ENCORE has enough money. It doesn't matter whether their players die. They need to realize that Nostalgie has no money. With 2 guns, they can get some CZ75s. Overdrive has money. They're actually going to buy if they save these guns.
Yeah.
So getting these 2 weapons away from their hands is a difference between going up 7-3 and 6-3.
But ENCORE
are making a big mistake here by not going after those guns. The money situation says, and by definition then, the rationale says you have to go after them, but they're opting not to do that.
This is something that sometimes we talk about, you know, playing scared. I mean, they get the round. It is now 6-3 for ENCORE, but you cannot allow your opponents, especially opponents of this caliber, because Kaylee will have an AWP now to bring to the fore. Apex should have a rifle to pick up as well. Overdrive just going Deagle. He sacrifices everything. Makes it so that Kaylee has the firepower now to take the fight mid. Schneider's going to go dancing apart. Tag there. Exarch peeking. And he senses it, Exarch. He senses that Kaylee has an AWP right now. Not going to peek. Not going to give Kaylee the opportunity.
KHRing going for the duel there. Kaylee takes reflex out, though. Exarch, nice shot on Kaylee, who re-peeks, thinking he's that much faster than Exarch. Obviously not the case. Schneider gets that kill by the middle doors, and just chaotic round so far. Pimp's nade blows up KHR, and Disturb just 14 health.
This is all over the place right now. Just frags raining in left and right. It's going to be Disturbed making noise at mid-doors. Steps for him, and guess who's on the other side? The Pimp himself, and he's warming his hand up right now for a slap, but there's no opportunity for him to use it.
And ENCORE just unsure of what to do. The problem is Disturbed actually has very little health, so it is almost all on Exart
to create the opportunity. And Exart, not the best weapon to do so either. I mean, he's got that AWP. If he could find a peek, he could abuse this. He's looking for the flank out back, but there's only 30 seconds left. This is not a whole lot of time to act. The A bomb site, however, nobody is on it. Overdrive is waiting in CT spawn, listening right now, trying to see if he's going to hear anybody running up. And the nade going down is going to alert him to the presence of the terrorist side. But with the man advantage,
Pimp is actually going to be in a fast flank from Catwalk. No, he actually goes towards long, so that plays to ENCORE's advantage this time around, at least for now. Because Exart is actually looking towards long, so he might be able to take out Pimp here.
Well, they're going to refresh the smoke on short. And Exart really has to cover his teammate here because Pimp is about to round the corner. And there you go. Picks off Disturbed. And now it is all down to Exart. He gets the first frag. Opportunity for the second, and he gets overwhelmed in the end. A 1v2 situation. He misses the crucial shot. The man jumping through the air. And a fourth round is now on the board here for Nostalgie. They managed to put it together in the end. And that is really going to put a lot of pressure now on ENCORE because their money, they still got a couple guys actually. They still have some reasonable cash, but it's taking a hit. Whereas Nostalgie can now get a pretty full buy together here.
And what a difference saving those two guns makes. Just pointing that out there.
You know, twisting the knife in the wound.
They like to do that. That makes them remember it the next time around.
Oh, right now, look at this.
I'm all about teaching.
It just flashes perpetually here. Apex still manages to get the parting shot. Takes one with him. And Overdrive waiting on the edge of the smoke. Dangerous place to be. Dangerous place to be. Gets chased back around this corner. Going to get boosted back up onto the site. Although I would have preferred Kaylee. I would have preferred that he boost Kaylee up onto that A site to be able to get an angle down into pit and pick off Corone, who is currently waiting there. But Corone is going to back off, and they're going to change things up.
But look at this.
Yeah, Pimp.
Pimp all the way back in T spawn. He gets spotted by Reflex, though.
Does he go for the nade? No. This is a lot of information gained by Pimp, though. And at the same time, Schneider's pushed all the way into lower dark. So they know what's up. We can already see the reaction coming out here from Kaylee onto the A site with Overdrive there to support. They're looking not quite sure, but
in a couple seconds, Nostalgie are going to know that ENCORE are going long, and that's going to allow for a quick rotation. Though, to be fair, Pimp is still very far away, but they cannot allow Kaylee to get many kills here.
Is Kaylee going to make up his mind, though? That's the thing. He has to back off. He's actually going to go for a very close angle here. Goes for the shot, misses it, gets the follow-up through the smoke, picks off Disturbed, gets another one. Kaylee wreaking havoc right now. The man advantage for Nostalgie. They managed to get up onto this site. Corone trying to even the odds here, bring it back to a 2-on-2, but he doesn't find the shot.
And Pimp once again flanking long. He's going to catch Exart off guard once more from long. KHR and 1v2 now. Can he do it? No! Pimp with the flank gets a double. And just nice play by Nostalgie there. First of all, Pimp's early push out of the B tunnels towards T-spawn gave them a lot of information. Kaylee hit those 2-6 shots through the smoke. And then Pimp once again flanking long, and ENCORE just not ready for it.
And Apex giving a bit of a pep talk there, as you guys can see.
Yeah.
Apex always like super hyped for his team. He's one of those guys that just shouts and gets really pumped, tries to keep the team morale up. But Kaylee with these shots right there, the one that he tracks through on Disturbed is unreal, but then the second one as well, drops the bomb carrier, delays things further. Just fantastic play from Kaylee. And we'll watch him now. He's heading over to long. He's looking for the angle. Smokes go down. He's going to manage to make it into pit because there was a chance here perhaps. Reflex just trying to put shots through at the angle, heavily hammering Kaylee there. Drawing all the attention here to long as his teammates work their way up short, and this is now going to come down to Kaylee landing the shots. And
nice shot by Kaylee there. Can he get more? No, Natu gets a headshot. And that's a huge kill that basically gives ENCORE a chance of winning that round. Natu misses that shot. Kaylee gets one more kill. I think they're basically out. Exart now takes out Overdrive, who oddly keeps peeking. Hits a nade on Schneider. And Exart has to hit one more shot here, I think. And he does. Takes out Apex. Let's see if ENCORE can get these two guns away from Nostalgie's hands. And they can. 75. The crowd wakes up. 75 is the score, and look at the money for Nostalgie. Nostalgie do not have money to buy. Should make it a save round.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity now.
Though, just to be clear, they only won those 2 rounds because ENCORE didn't go chasing after their weapons.
ENCORE, I mean, that mistake cost them, but still, they are in a position to recover here. 2 guys alive at long. Kaylee with the FAMAS. He's forced up a little bit. Spent some money this round. Potentially could catch them off guard here. 4 guys on the A side right now for Nostalgie. And Kaylee taking shots through. He decides to put a shot through, and he gets the headshot on KHRN. Gets 2. Kaylee is wreaking havoc right now. And that's not going to help things. The bomb has been dropped outside of A long house. This is worst case scenario right now for XArt.
And what a poor play by ENCORE. Going out there with 2 people only and with the bomb, and that just really poor play. And that's the kind of play that should be punished. Yeah. ENCORE do not deserve the win if they keep playing like this. Now Disturbed has a chance to make up for it as he's flanking top A, but I mean, I don't even know what Natu is doing. They need to get going. There's only 50 seconds left on a clock.
And there's 4 guys.
Yeah, it's going to take a while to clear this area.
There's 4 guys sitting on this bomb right now. That's the truly scary part here. Nostalgie Apex is waiting right around the corner behind Big Blue. Flashes should go out pretty soon here. A little bit of a pop smoke and another flash.
And Natu just wasted both of his flashes without even running out.
And now we have to see Disturbed on the A side is still trying to put shots through. Somehow they're making this work. 24 seconds left on this clock. Overdrive is alive in pit.
Where's XArt going to go? There's only 20 seconds left. Now they have to rush.
Oh, and they get it. Somehow they get it. They managed to break through the defense. 4 guys sitting on that bomb, and ENCORE managed to get it, but there's only 10 seconds left, and they need to get this bomb plant going immediately. Pimp not going to make it there in time to stop it, but he does get 1 kill. Turns it into a 1v1. XArt trying to peek with his AWP, but he gets the CZ75 out instead and chases Pimp around the corner. Taking a risk there. Collective breath from the crowd, but the pressure is on, and Pimp gets the clutch. Pimp has the time to defuse, and Pimp clutches it for Nostalgie ENCORE. Despite walking through 4 members from Nostalgie to pick up that bomb, they save it in the end.
Yeah, I mean, nice recovery by Pimp there, but realistically, ENCORE was very lucky to even get that close to winning. The way they played that round, Nostalgie should have just shut the door on them at long. And, I mean, they made some mistakes back to even allow ENCORE to get back in it. Poor play by them. And Nostalgie had already 6 rounds on the CT side. Not looking good.
It's not looking... that is a lot. This is basically where ENCORE have to step it up and get the remaining 2 rounds. They have no options now. They have to lock it down from here on out. The remaining 2 have to go their way, because this is quite a few rounds. The thing is that Nostalgie are going to go over to the T side, but then when their aim is like this on the T side of Dust 2, they can make this work by walking out in random spots and getting opening frags on the defense. So Nostalgie, the pressure is building here, and they're playing it very standard. 1 in upper dark, 3 in mid, 1 outside of A long house camping. Just trying to cover all the angles, make sure that Nostalgie can't get anything rolling for themselves with any random pushes of their own. Well, the defense is fairly solid here right now. Nostalgie, they aren't flinching. And they haven't given anything away as to their setups quite yet. Apex waiting outside of long house. He's going to have a follow-up smoke to throw down, but is he really going to go and push in here? Disturbed, this is a big opportunity for Disturbed to get a kill, and Disturbed will do it. Apex founders, and now it's Kaylee at long with the AWP. Finds the first shot at the angle. Gets flash, finds it regardless. Flash, Kaylee gets it. Reflex finally brings it back, and he's taking the fight at range. But the flank up cat is going to get the job done. The bomb, however, has been dropped all the way at long. And this is not going to help things.
Look at this once more ENCORE just wasting time.
They have to go. They have to go right now. And Schneider, he's so close. He can hear them coming. 16 seconds. They're not going to have the time. Pimp is already in a position to catch them as they try and round the corner. And he's going to get the first man. But with 10 seconds left, luckily Caron will be able to get up on this site and just with enough time get the plant. Now it becomes real. And he gets the headshot on Pimp. Big punish. Schneider now peeking in. This is all about Caron! The clutch 1v2, and ENCORE just barely save it at the end.
And the crowd just erupts there. I mean, you see Schneider though? I mean, Schneider just missed a free kill. But I mean, this is now a trend from this entire half that ENCORE just plays too slow. They don't allow for the little counters that happen in the middle of the round. Here we see Caron getting that second kill. What a huge play by him. But yeah, ENCORE don't allow for those little changes in the round. They think everything's going to go according to their plan, and then when it doesn't, they run out of time.
Oh,
and look at that.
Yeah.
They stops looking along, and there's two. I mean, little do they know, there's two Nostalgie players waiting.
Kaylee, perfect bait. Oh, he's trying to make it sound like there's nobody in this house right now. He's trying to draw ENCORE in. But ENCORE currently have a massive lead in this round right here. 15th round, last round of this half. And that 9-6 score now, it's within ENCORE's grasp. They can reach for it. Kaylee is going to be so fast up behind them on Cat. Goes for a flash around. That's actually going to give away his position here. And they turn around, but that doesn't stop him from landing a blinding headshot on Natu. Smoke is going to block him off, however, and he walks right out into the open. Apex, last man alive with the FAMAS, trying to go for it with the burst, but it's not going to be good enough. And ENCORE will pick up the 9th round. Now, Lurpus, is this enough rounds for them going into the second half? That's the real scary part here.
I think ENCORE needs the pistol.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree. They really do.
I don't think they have it in them to win this without winning the pistol or one of the save rounds right after.
Let's see. It is possible. Let's see how their CT side develops here. 3 guys straight over to B. They're really expecting the rush. They're expecting the matchmaking tactics right now. And Nostalgie are not giving it to them. Man is pushed up, and that's KHRN. He's looking towards lower dark right now. Has to be careful at the flank, and the timing as well. Apex punish, and he's going to make it out of here in time. Very close call there. Natu actually finding a shot on Schneider through the mid doors. He's going to get rushed down by Apex, but a great shot from Natu. And that slows things down considerably now. Reflex with a headshot on Kaylee. Brings it back to a 2-on-3. And the bomb is currently in upper dark. They're going to make this push. And Reflex, first and only line of defense. He's starting to get bolstered from his teammates, but he's still alive on this site. Needs to stay. And he's not going to do it. So much damage taken by ENCORE right now. There's a total of 10 HP between the two of them. That's not going to make things easy. But overdrive, corner plant. And they just decided to YOLO him. They're going full at it, and this is now Pimp alive. 1v1, Natu. Another headshot. Does he have it in him? He has to get it. And he's going to get it! Natu delivers! And ENCORE do the impossible. Yeah, Apex, you better ask how much HP he had.
Natu 1 health clutch to keep his team alive here. I mean, Natu doesn't clutch this, and here we already see his 1 bullet shot earlier too. Natu doesn't clutch this. There's almost no way they win this game. What a huge play by him.
And once again, the father of CS delivers. He is a generous man. But that was fantastic. What a way. And now Nostalgie, they go for a force. They really do go for it. They're not wasting any time. They got that plant, and now they want to keep the pressure up. They know they cannot allow ENCORE to get any kind of momentum going early on in this half. That pistol round was huge for them. Nostalgie know it. They heard the crowd, and they have to keep the pressure on. But Reflex is still alive, and he's sitting on back plateau. Ideal position for him, really, to spot this push coming in. There's a man sitting in the middle of nowhere. In fact, that's going to be disturbed. And now Reflex, he has to peek. He has no idea. He hasn't spotted anybody in upper dark right now. Oh, because there's a smoke down, obviously. Yeah.
I think they're laughing at you.
I think so, too. It's all right. If you can't laugh at yourself, what good is life, right? All right.
No good. Not fun, at least.
Not fun, I know, right? All right, but now, I mean, this has really become one hell of a map. The last map of this best of 3. And the winner of this half here goes on to the grand finals of ASUS ROG. But KHRN alive in the pit. There's the nade. This could do big damage, and that's going to tag a couple guys. But now they know that he's here. Xart setting up, but he only gets the 1 enough, and I don't know if that's going to be enough here. This has to be big here from Natu, who gets tagged down to 29 instantly. And the pop flash, the existence flash, is he going to make another one happen? He's going to go for it. Fully committed. No fear, Natu, but he goes through the smoke. He gets caught. Kaylee going for the jump shot. Tags the man out on Cat. And now it's just Reflex in a 1v3. 6 seconds left, and Nostalgie are going to get this plant. Reflex, will he go for it? He's making his way out to long. There is a man there already. That's Apex, who's getting about as far away from this bomb as he possibly can with only 1 HP left. But Reflex has to spot him immediately.
And there's no kid on Reflex. There's no way he can win this round. Smartly going to fall back and just try to save his weapon. But what a big round win for Nostalgie there.
This is the scary part here. Pimp, timing, Reflex makes it around the corner in time. I have to be careful. I have to manage my voice here.
Yeah.
No. But they're making it too exciting, man. That's the problem.
10-7 now, and Encore are going to have to save twice. It's going to put Nostalgie within one. It's within an arm's reach. What a way to decide the semifinal.
Yeah, and it's almost reversed, you know. Nostalgie, they lose the pistol, but they come back and pick up the anti-eco. That is a big win there for Nostalgie. Encore, Reflex holds on to that FAMAS. That's the majority of their firepower right there. They spot out the guys, and this is a stack for A right now for Encore. Right call for them to make at this point. They let Nostalgie get out on long. Nostalgie seeing if anybody's going to peek. Nobody there. And there's two guys sitting at top mid, seeing if anybody's going to be peeking down Cat or anything of the sort. KHRN is right around this corner, though. He's got a CZ75. He could have a big opportunity, except that Kaylee very calmly goes for 2 kills. The spray doesn't work for him, but the damage is done. And Natu is now the only man alive, and he's stuck at mid doors behind the smoke as well. Get out of the smoke grenade, Batman. You don't see anything in there.
Natu last man alive, indeed. And there's no way he wins this round. In fact, he should be saving this FAMAS, because that would actually give him a chance to do something next round. But it looks like he is a little greedy for these exit kills. He's going to get the first one on Apex. And looks like he is also going to stick around.
He is.
He's an odd move by a veteran player like him. Misses an easy shot on overdrive. And, you know, that FAMAS could have wreaked havoc on the following round. We already saw what Kaylee did with one on that save round in the first half. So Natu wanted to play the hero there.
This was very impressive from Kaylee,
Kaylee's headshots here. Nice job. And good rifle play by a Opper. You don't really see Kaylee playing with rifles unless he really has to.
Right. I mean,
unless the economy dictates
that
he has to do it.
But he's definitely showing that he's up to snuff. If it's demanded of him, he will deliver. And now we have Nostalgie Apex, who's kind of just peeking out onto B site right now. Notices there's no smoke. So he's going to go and knock on the door and see who's home. Not really spotting anybody, though. Very patient hold here from Encore. They've stacked the B site. They want to bait Apex in here to get a rifle, basically. And this could very well set into a B play here from Nostalgie. This is working out perfectly for Encore. They have to land the shots now as they round the corner. It will be Reflex, the first man in line with the CZ75. Not going to make it fast enough here. XR peeks at the doors, and just like that, they get overwhelmed. 2 kills go Encore's way, and a third one as well. Total chaos, but still a pretty solid eco round coming out here for the Finns.
Yep, good save round indeed, but now there's still a lot of work to be done by Encore. They're only up 1 round on the harder side of the map, and this round is going to be very important. Kaylee certainly doesn't make it any easier as he picks Exard off.
Yeah, no commentary necessary there. Kaylee, patient, not going for the bait. Patiently waiting for that AWP to peak. And now the smoke is going to go down. That's his own smoke, though, so he's okay with that. Well, this is man advantage now for Nostalgie, and this is not how it's supposed to go here for Encore. They're going to have to come up big once again. If Papanatu can deliver, that would be huge, but we shall see. They need to just play patiently, lock down 2 ways into the sites, basically. They've got 2 guys waiting on B, which is solid. And 2 guys playing for long-short combination here. But the defense, it's all now down to the ice-cold blood, basically, is running through their veins. They have to remain cool, they have to remain calm, and they have to land the shots when the opportunity presents itself. Disturbed, flashing out mid, and now it's going to come down to the peak, and there's Pimp picking up the first. Disturbed now has to rush through, and he's going to get it nearly. He realizes he headshots somebody on the smoke. Oh, and he goes rushing through, but Overdrive gets him. He realized he heard the second helmet shot there. And you saw the double take. He knew that his only way to live through that and give his team a chance was to take over Upper Dark. And it just didn't go his way that time for Disturbed.
Nope. And again, just starting down 4v5 on such a hard side of the map is just brutal. And you know, Exard, not really sure what to make of that peak in the middle there.
Yeah. It was... But it's not only that, it was the double peak. He went back and then back again. And Kaylee, you know, you may get lucky and he misses the first one, but the second opportunity?
Yeah, Kaylee probably is not going to miss twice.
No. That was kind of amusing there. Schneider, you wanted to be generous, give a little bit of money there to KHRN. Bolster the confidence. But now the most important thing is that Nostalgie have a whole lot of money on their side. Overdrive is a big fat bank right now. And this was the play. You realize right there, you see Disturbed do the double take back. He realizes he got the headshot through the smoke. And just unfortunately for him, he doesn't get that second spray down. KHRN now with the tricky play. Kaylee is telling his teammates this, though, and they're already prepared for this. Look at this. Pre-nades going down into lower dark. Nades all over the place. And he's still going to get one kill. Quick one-for-one trade here. The push is coming in behind them, however. Schneider not with a whole lot of HP. He has to be worried somewhat. Flash goes down. And they're going to make their way out the mid doors. The only thing is, Xart is up on short. He doesn't realize this. It's going to come down to the man holding on B-side proper. It's Reflex covering the doors. Gets the first spray. Continues to spray. And picks up both remaining frags. And just like that, 3 quick frags go Nostalgie's way, or rather Encore's way, and Nostalgie are now reeling. Overdrive, last man alive, gets spotted immediately by Natu, and he cannot pick up the frag. Encore bounce back after losing 4 rounds in a row. They pick one up, and going into the 22nd round now, a lot of that bank is going to vanish for Nostalgie. Overdrive dropping rifles, and he's the only one now left with any kind of money on his team.
Yep. And this now opens up the door for Encore to potentially break Nostalgie's money. If they win this round, all of a sudden it's Nostalgie who's going to be looking to save. And that would give Encore some room to breathe, which they really haven't had at all on Dust2. As Natu gets a kill, but it's not enough. Xart with a huge reply. 3v3 situation. Still anyone's round.
Still anyone's round.
Look at Kaylee. I think he's going to catch Disturbed here. Hit legs him.
Oh, that was dangerous. Living life on the edge, and Xart can't pick up the frag on Overdrive as he goes leaping back into a long house. Now the mid play begins here for Nostalgie. They're trying to catch a step on Encore, get to B site first perhaps, but Disturbed is waiting patiently, and at this point I want to see Disturbed holding solid on the site. I want to see him set up solid on the site right now. He's got support through CT.
But he's gonna walk outside of out of the door, and you let Nostalgie get in there.
You're not getting that site back.
Yeah, you're probably not getting it back in a 3v3.
Why is he not on the site?
Such a hard site to retake, and that's, I mean, he clearly expects them to come out of the middle, but this is just going to backfire brutally. And now it's going to be too late as the flash comes in.
Now he has to play. He can't even peek. He can't take the risk of giving up a frag. He has to play for the retake at this point. And he's down to 12 HP right now, Disturbed. Nice little nade there. That's going to shake Timp up a little bit, but it's not nearly enough damage to get anything going for them here. And Encore have a really tough decision ahead of them here. They have to make a decision as to whether they're going to go for it or not. They decide to send Reflex into Upper Dark, but there's 2 guys waiting for him right here and right around the corner. Overdrive. He's in a position to hardly miss. Gets spotted, though, and that was lucky for Reflex. Takes out Kaylee as well! And now we're in. Pimp gets 1. Pimp gets 2. And we're in a one-on-one now between Reflex and Pimp. Having a flashback. Pimp, can he get it this time? Lands a spray halfway there, but Reflex! Does he have the time? I don't think he does. 1.5 seconds left, and Reflex can't get the defuse. Doesn't get the round for Encore.
And what a huge round by Pimp there, winning that 1v3 in the end. I mean, it really shouldn't have been even that close. Reflex gets these 2 kills. Great play by him. Even gets the final kill in the site, but just a tiny bit too late. And that's just such a devastating round loss.
And Encore now forced to eco as well. And this is when it gets really scary for them. Reflex going to try and peek up here. Gets the jump on Apex. Good headshot there. Can't get the rifle, though. Schneider should be covering this. Going to flash and try and make a play, but Schneider doesn't let him get away with it. Disturbed far too low to really make a call for this as well. And they're going to be backing off because what's happening is a push on Cat. And 2 remaining members alive here for Encore. Xart is already pushing to cross, trying to cut them off before they can get up short. And he's going to spot 1 man out. Gets another shot in there. Pimp taking a little bit of damage. Now it's Overdrive's turn to feel the love of the CZ75. But at this point, Encore, they're too low on HP. And it's just not going to happen. Oh, Pimp even giving him a hand there, shooting Overdrive in the back. And that's actually, well, I mean, they were already so low on money. It's not going to have a huge impact on Nostalgie's economy. But still, you want to avoid killing your teammates when it's this close.
Yep, and it looks like Disturb will be able to save his weapon, which is actually important for Encore.
Yeah.
But just going to be a tough way back from Encore now, already trailing on the harder side of the map.
Yeah.
And especially just the way they lost that previous round is just so heartbreaking.
Man, that was so close. But it's just been round after round like that, down to the wire. And Disturbed, this is actually a really big play for Disturbed because he can drop this for Natu. Natu only 37.50. If they didn't save this AK, Natu buys a FAMAS and armor, and pretty much that's all of his money right there. Maybe a couple nades. He'll have 500 bucks left. So, you know, a couple nades, but now this means that he can get an AK and get a full buy in. And everybody should be actually getting a pretty reasonable buy here. Now we see if Kaylee's going to manage to spot anybody through the smoke. Not going to happen. So no early shot coming out. And 3 guys pushing long together. So really putting the emphasis on long control. There has been quite a bit of action around here throughout this half from Nostalgie. So it makes sense for ENCORE. But now they go back to just the bread and butter hold here on ENCORE's side. Spreading out across the map. Making sure they cover all the points. And now it's the waiting game. Kaylee seeing if anybody's going to take a risk and peek mid. Reflex could very well do just that. Look at this. Kaylee, no fear. And this is what we're talking about on Dust 2. The flash and Kaylee getting punished. Oh, man. They get that kill, but that was just barely. If that door was wood, Kaylee was gone instantly. Reflex, though, peeks in and catches Apex off guard. And now there is still a man alive. It's Disturbed. He's going to make it back out onto the site in the nick of time. And Nostalgie got the door shut in their faces. 2 quick kills give ENCORE a huge advantage. And they should be able to hold it down from here without even dropping a man if they get it right. I mean, Reflex in a good position to set up a crossfire right now. Pimp is trying to sneak his way out. But there's still a man alive who's going to be spotting this movement. Reflex is still here, however, waiting right around the corner. Spots the first man, but Pimp is too quick. Lands the headshot. Now Disturbed is going to get 1. Could get 2, but he messes up the spray. And the rotation in from Natu, not wasting any time. Blasting him away. Natu not going to get the final 1, but the damage is done. And XR and KHRN should be able to execute the retake here. Overdrive 1v2, just trying to fake out the plant. I don't know if I agree with that. Just get the plant, man.
Look at Exart. He's going to be caught off guard, I think. No, so little time left. And Overdrive should be killed here before. No, he actually is going to be able to get the bomb down. So that's already a win for them, though.
That was a mistake there by Exart.
Yeah, that was for sure. 12-12 now is the game, and fairly even money on both teams as well. What a great ending.
Yeah, this is everything we could have hoped for here in a final map of this best of 3. The second semifinal here of ASUS ROG. And whoever picks up 4 rounds now gets the 16 first, goes to the grand finals here of this tournament. 10K on the line as well. It's a pretty penny. But we have to see Nostalgie once again spread out across the map. This is going to be a very aggressive hold here, however, from Natu. Natu and Exart posted up on short. They had an opportunity, but the flash is going off, delayed things, and the boost up there from Exart. He misses the shot, unfortunately, but he still spots the guys in lower dark. So that's information gained here for ENCORE. They can set up the defense now accordingly. There's a man waiting it long, and that's going to be Overdrive. Not taking the peek quite yet, and KHRN is prepared for this in any case. Flash out, takes the peek, but what's happening now is Kaylee's just going to get completely flashed into oblivion. Schneider with the Galil, not going to get the frag. Natu steps in, and again, 2 frags here for ENCORE. And again, the opportunity.
And Disturb still gets that kill on Pimp. That's actually pretty big, because now this would have been a close round had he not gotten that kill. It would still be close. Apex in a 1v3, and he has that bomb.
And he has all the time in the world right now, 45 seconds, and he's just going for the straight up plant. No mind games here from Apex. Pros don't fake. And Apex is in a fantastic position now. He could really bleed them dry. The problem here now is that ENCORE are going to set up this crossfire situation. He tries to peek at window, not going to get the kill. At door, gets 1, but then gets overwhelmed. And ENCORE managed to take out Apex, taking a minimum amount of damage in return. We should have an AWP saved here by Natu as well. So XR's going to be pleased about that. And this is actually going to put ENCORE, this should put ENCORE on 14 rounds, except that there's a buy coming out.
Yeah, Nostalgie are going for a buy, man. They're not going to save at this point. They have enough money. They can get those guns, and it's proven that it can work for them. So they're definitely buying. And, you know, another big round by Natu there.
Yeah, huge, huge, huge. Nade to the top mid. And Pimp actually going to take a little bit of shrapnel to the face. But again, ENCORE playing very safely. They are not giving anything for Nostalgie here. Nostalgie, you know, Nostalgie are spread out across the map, expecting ENCORE perhaps to go for a push. Anything like that, they would be prepared for it. But ENCORE are not playing any kind of aggressive game here. They're really just hanging back at this point. The pressure is on. They need to land the shots. And Kaylee waiting out the smoke on short, which is the wise move to make because XR is waiting in the Fox spot right up here on Cat. Prepared to drop down into CT if things heat up.
And this is a huge round for ENCORE, obviously. They don't have a lot of money, so if they were to lose this, that would pretty much put Nostalgie back in the driver's seat. If they win this, however, Nostalgie is going to be forced on another weak buy.
Exactly.
Nostalgie look to be grouping up to split the A bomb site, so a lot of pressure on KHRN right now.
And there's the flash, but they know exactly where he is now at this point. He's going to get the first shot. This is big.
Yes, the second!
All right, he gets overwhelmed in the end. And XR getting caught on Cat as well. Defense is crumbling here. We lose 3 members very quickly now for Encore. They have to rotate over from B so quickly. They cannot afford to waste a single second. The bomb is going to get picked up, and Kaylee, a shot at range. And Apex with the final one. Nostalgie win that round handily, and you were right, Lurpus. They come through, they go for the force buy, and it pays off once again for Nostalgie.
Yep, and that's once again a fairly big mistake by Encore. They're playing too close on Catwalk, allowing for them to be wrapped on like that. You really need to shut down either Catwalk or Long when teams split up on you like that. Now they allowed for teams for Nostalgie to get out of Long and then also get up Catwalk and just get completely wrapped on, and there's no way to defend that. And in addition, Xart was playing far too close on top of Catwalk.
Headshot on Apex, though. Kaylee doesn't let him escape in one piece, however. Quick return. We may have a bit of the duel going on here as XR is taking a bit of a fight, but in Upper Dark, it's a trade for kill. Schneider will pick off Disturbed. And this is very tense right now. This is a huge round. If Encore can do a bit more damage, Natu getting spotted out on short, needs to back off, but then shots going out from Corona at mid-doors. And Natu, no fear, continues to peek. Dodges the nade, and he's going to spot them moving through Lower Dark. Nostalgie giving away that information, though, but they're fine with that. They spot out, and now the mind games begin as well. They're going back into mid, but KHRN is there to cover, and KHRN gets caught by Pimp, and there's Kaylee finally punishing Natu. Xart will find the final frag pretty much for Encore here. He's going to go hunting for a gun, and he will find an AK to use, which is actually pretty big here. If he can hold on to this gun, that could make the difference in the next round, seeing as how Disturbed, Natu, they don't have a whole lot of money going into it.
Yeah, he definitely should try to do his best to save this weapon. And, I mean, let's just see what happens. I've been somewhat ready to count Encore out a few rounds ago when they had little money and Nostalgie had a small lead. So it's still entirely possible. All they need is 2 rounds out of the final 3. They win 1, and all of a sudden money's on their side. So what a great ending for this match.
No, this is so tense. And the players, they have got to be...
basically, the only way you script it better is if Encore comes back now and wins in OT.
Right. Don't worry, guys. I mean, we'll see what happens.
It's not scripted, though.
Yeah, it's not
swear.
scripted.
At least I don't think it is.
3-2-2?
No, just kidding.
All right. Well, 14 rounds now for Nostalgie. They are 2 rounds away from moving on to the grand finals, and all of the pressure now falls on Encore to stop this here on home turf. Everybody here supporting them, but Encore, they have to land the shots. Not too currently top fragging for them, but we need to see big opportunities from the rest of the team. Reflex chucks a nade up top. That's going to land towards Pimp, but it's not going to do any damage. And instead, they decide to change it up. XR is going to be pushing down with the backing of KHRN. And again, it's the defense on short here. It seems like this is what Encore have elected to do. They want to shut down the push from mid. But Nostalgie have not yet given anything away as to their intentions. They're holding so far back. It's almost as if Nostalgie are just making absolutely sure that Encore can't go for some kind of desperation push anywhere on the map. I mean, you still have guys holding like Schneider all the way back in T-spawn. Kaylee with that AWP looking at mid.
And Encore is basically perfectly set up for a catwalk. I mean, not a catwalk, a middle push. Other than that, if Nostalgie wrap A, it's going to be all on Xart and KHR, they need to kill everybody on catwalk basically for them to win this round. So tough setup, and it looks like Nostalgie's strategy is a very good choice.
Yeah, it is. It really couldn't be better for them. In fact,
in fact, now Encore really needs to kill Schneider here on catwalk. They really need to take him out and then focus completely on Long. He gets spotted, and he gets taken out. But now Encore needs to realize there's no one else there and focus all their efforts at Long. Natu does a lot of damage. Pimp is low on health. He's still alive, though. Gets taken out by Xart. Apex replies. The bomb is now down on top of the A side. 15 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, and he manages to get on here,
but
look at there is a man
in a good spot. Can he kill the planner? He can!
8 seconds left. It's ticking down. Kaylee has to go for the plant, and he's got the time for it. Apex covering his back. KHRN is out. And now it comes down to Kaylee, who lands the shot. It's all undisturbed. No backing up now. He has to make this 1v2 happen. But Apex is going to back off the pit. This makes it so difficult. Kaylee with the flash, completely blinded. But he thinks the corpse. He thinks the corpse is Kaylee. He doesn't spot him in Goose. And of all the sick and twisted things to happen to Disturbed, he gets completely flanked. And now Nostalgie on the final round. ENCORE having to force up everything they can here.
That was just such an interesting round. I mean, the way Nostalgie were down, I believe, in a 2v4, and then finally managed to get the bomb planted at the very last second, and then Kaylee. But look at this. KHR and Exard not ready to go home just yet. 2 early kills along, a 4v3 advantage in their favor. Can they bring this back and force the final round of regulation here?
They cannot let Apex and Kaylee double up on them, and they got rid of one guy of that combo
and
already.
right now, to me, if I'm ENCORE, I want to make sure I have two people playing B, because that seems like the most obvious place for Nostalgie to go. Reflex, at least, is playing up close with his Mag 7, but he has no help.
No, and they're so far away.
Even if he gets 1 kill, Nostalgie is still favored to win this round. So lots of pressure on Reflex here. He needs to get at least 1.
They're going to sneak
their way in. But even that may not be enough. Let's see.
Do they check?
Oh,
the patience! The patience! Reflex! 2 kills, he does what he needs to do. Kaylee is not gonna get it. Reflex, he heard Yulurpus. 3 shots, does the trick, and now we are into the 30th round.
And here's the replay. What a great action by Reflex.
2 headshots, you are served.
And it's gonna be a 3rd one here too, just in a second, as Kaylee finally peeks. Oh, we're not gonna see that. Actually.
No, we're live here. We're live. Final round, no aggression to start.
Let's see. Overdrive only has a pistol. 3 AKs, 1 Galil.
And Apex looking to get lucky through mid doors, but tonight is not his night. And well, still look, 2 guys holding solid on B though, and right now it really is bread and butter from ENCORE. Nostalgie trying to double up at mid. They're seeing if they can't sneak their way out here. They've got the bong with them as well. Natu could be in a position to spot this, but there is nobody holding it across right now. And the smoke going down is the earliest warning they're going to get. It's all going to be down to Disturbed here. Point blank. The flash sets it up. He gets 2. Drops the bomb carrier. And now it's all down to the man alive on back plateau. 3 on 3. But he is the last bastion of defense. And he gets 1 kill. Naded into oblivion. But the bomb is dropped right here. And Xart now has an AK. He's got the firepower. He just has to have the patience and dodge the flashes. Turns away in time. The smoke going in to cover that bomb.
What is KHRN doing? He still thinks they're going to be rotating outside of there, and he's leaving Exard all alone. Now he finally rotates over.
He has to watch window, basically. He has to watch window, and Exard has to watch doors. But this is such a touchy situation. 20 seconds, you're right. Overdrive. Can they do it? Pimp is peeking at window. Or that's overdrive, in fact, but still.
15 seconds, nothing. What are Nostalgie waiting for? And that's overtime! ENCORE make it back against all odds and force overtime here.
That breath.
Oh, man.
That sigh of relief from ENCORE. And we waste no time at all. Seems like ENCORE may think that this is actually live, unless Overdrive are just sitting having a meeting, and we waste no time. MR3, 10K. First, they're going to restart it. They're going to restart it.
What a game.
And this is everything. This best of 3 is everything we could have hoped for.
It really is.
Like, this is everything we could have hoped for right here. And it's going to be settled in overtime. What a thing of beauty. Overtime to settle this final. Okay, and here we go. Now, we restart. It's the first team to 4 rounds here.
Yep. Restarts coming in.
And the monies need to be sorted here, actually. That's one thing.
Yep.
We're not starting at $800 in an overtime, guys.
No.
10,000 is supposed to be the starting money. And, well, it's going to be crucial for ENCORE to keep the streak going. That's the big thing here for ENCORE now. It's a shift now, seeing as how they have to change it up. They have to restart yet again to reset the money here. And there we have it, $10,000. But ENCORE, the pressure can't let up on them because they have to pick up this first round. They have to pick up this first round to secure their money going into the rest of this half. They can't. They're going to be hard-pressed in the last one. But now we have to see. Kaylee with that AWP is going to take it straight long, but nobody is here from ENCORE. So no early pick for him. He's patiently playing it. Instead, we have KHRN pushing aggressively into lower dark, and I'm not sure if Nostalgie realized this. They're playing it very carefully, but Apex, Pimp is going to find the headshot. And
Reflex
XR
replies, cannot connect the shot on Apex, who falls back. Now it depends. Is Nostalgie aware there's 2 more people in B?
That's a big thing.
Lots of... Oh, cannot get the second kill. And Kaylee is actually in the pit already. So that's going to... If Overdrive and Apex can get the bomb planted, that's going to be a... Oh, and now they're just completely unaware of what's transpiring. Yeah, YOLO. What's transpiring there gets killed just completely for free, and now Kaylee's going to be in a prime spot to win this round for his team.
Essentially, with that AWP from Long, I mean, it makes it so easy for him. As you guys can see, he can see all the way down to that bomb, and with that sniper rifle, it's way too powerful a position. It's just going to take an incredible headshot, preferably from Reflex. One shot does it with the AK. But Disturbed, going to get flashed in. Instant headshot from him. Picks off Overdrive. Crossfire is still a problem, however. There's a man waiting on A slope, and Kaylee's going to be watching to support his mate. Goes for a shot, misses, but then Apex peeks out, and it's the deadly duo at work again. Reflex just going for it, but Apex will deny it. No defuse possible, up so close, and Nostalgie will pick up the crucial first round of this MR3 overtime.
Yep, still plenty of money for Encore for this round, but if they lose now, they're going to be on a very, very broken bye for the third and final round of this max rounds 3 overtime. Like you said, you need 4 rounds to win, 3 rounds on each side of the map. And Encore really need to get on board. They don't want to go into the second half down 3-0 here.
And again, Nostalgie playing very patiently, not giving any room to work with here to Encore. They can't really push out anywhere without running into Nostalgie. This is the big thing. There is going to be a man, Apex, once again, putting the spray through. And those are likely spots that are to be held by a CT who's trying to get up close to mid doors. So Apex just, you know, basically rolling the dice and hoping he hits Lucky 7, but not this time. But the push is actually progressing up here. Kaylee's going to take point. He's going to be looking to create the entry here for Nostalgie at this point. With this AWP, if he can catch somebody getting greedy, if he can catch somebody peeking forward, this would be big right now for Nostalgie. But they're playing it so patiently right now, Encore. They're playing it very well, not giving anything to Nostalgie. Running time off the clock, 40 seconds left. And now is when Nostalgie start to feel the pressure. They're going to have to find a way into this site, and Encore are not letting them make it easy. Smoke go down to cut off B, and we have a potential B split shaping up here. There's still Apex alive. He's going to make noise on Cat, and in the meantime, they're pushing out through mid doors. Instant headshot from Reflex, but that's really not good enough. Disturbed, however, is going to get it, and not to from CT spawn through the smoke. Puts a stop to that push.
Yep, and that's going to be a round for Encore. 1-1 now, and we're going to have one more full weapon round for both teams to end this first half of the overtime. Let's see what these teams choose to do here. Obviously, a lot at stake. It's a very, very different story going to the second half up 2-1 or down 1-2.
And Nostalgie are just going for it. Nostalgie are just going for it. Pop flash from Apex. This could allow him to get out into pit. There are 3 guys here for Nostalgie.
And Schneider rushing up catwalk. Exarch gets the first kill, gets the second kill.
And this puts a stop to it now. Man advantage Encore's way. Patience. Patience is key here for Encore. They need to wait Nostalgie out, make them sweat again.
And Apex running up catwalk, and Disturb does not see him. This could be trouble. Exarch, third kill of the round, 4.
That home turf crowd going nuts. Big plays from Exarch. Risky plays, but they pay off. You need to do it on CT side Dust 2, and this time he makes it work.
And now Kaylee's the last man standing, and really there is not a single reason in the world for Encore to peek him.
Oh, nice duck. He reacts.
Keep hiding. And why are you peeking him?
He knows that there's a man in CT as well. Now it's KHRN. KHRN, play it patient. Because he got the flank coming in right now from Reflex.
Don't peek one at a time. Just go together as a team. He only has an up, so it's a lot easier to get those kills if you just swarm him if you swarm him together. Just like that. KHRN gets that kill. It's going to be 2-1 for Encore at the end of the first overtime.
And the patience there. Very nicely done, Encore, keeping their cool.
Very nicely done.
I like how it's KHRN too. It's like the peekaboo shot, basically. It's become really popular for CTs. Stop that bomb plant, or at least catch the man planting. But this was a great play from Xart. That was really risky business there, going for that pop flash like that. But it paid off in spades, and that just got that second round for Encore. And now we have to see, is Xart going to win? And he does. He picks off Apex. And this is what, a double op play? A triple op play? What are Nostalgie doing? Oh, and now it's going to come down to the push out and long. Awkward moment there. The pause. Overdrive going for the mad spray. It's going to be Pimp picking up the frag, though. And Pimp's still here. Pimp stands his ground. Gets another one. Encore getting crushed. But then KHRN steps in. Kaylee in overdrive. Caught. And Pimp with the double. No, just a single. Xart's still here. So tense. Just the trading at long. It's all about the fear. But Natu will catch the man rotating, and now it really is all down to Pimp. And if he wants to make this happen, he needs the ace here in the first round of the second half of overtime. And
Encore still think Pimp is up close at long. Obviously, that's not the case. He's already rotated far back. And this could actually be problematic for Encore now. Only they choose to go all the way back to B, but will Pimp spot him in T-spawn? No, just barely misses. But this is actually maybe even worse for Encore.
Look at this. They don't have any idea. They could run in here, knives out. Ah, no, they stop. They stop. They stop. And now Pimp, though, he hears that step. He hears that step.
And what a nice play by Pimp. I mean,
surprise.
Just well-read situation. He figured out exactly what Encore were gonna do, and just win a 1v2 there. Just great play by him.
Yeah, that's about as good as it gets. Keeping your cool. And Schneider makes it past. We're going to see a quick play out long this time around from Encore this time. There is going to be a man, and his name is Overdrive, and he's waiting right here at cars at cross. There's a man up on the site now to help, and there's four members here for Nostalgie.
Nostalgie playing 4A and Kaylee all by himself at B.
And that's really smart.
Now Apex is rotating towards the middle, but he's still in CT spawn. Overstacking the A bomb site, which is also where Encore looked to be headed.
We still actually have Natu kind of camping out in T-spawn as well, seeing if there's going to be any kind of rotation. Over-rotation out from Nostalgie. Nostalgie at this point may be peeking into Upper Dark to get confirmation right now. Get information, basically. So Natu looking to punish that with his position, but he doesn't really get anything apart from the fact that Nostalgie are playing basically just super cold and cool.
Yep. Let's see. Schneider is going to keep middle here. Gets taken out instantly. That's 2 kills for Reflex. And that aggression by Nostalgie now paying off. Xart with a kill.
And we go now to
Apex.
It's
all on Apex now on A.
Goes for just Mad Spray. Mad Spray runs out of bullets with the M4A1, and Encore, they're going to get this last round. Kaylee manages to tag Xart through the wall there. That was a bit odd. Well, they're not going to let him hold on to this gun, essentially. This is it. They can get out here. They can hunt this gun. The money is, well, Pimp still has 8,000, but then the rest of them are fairly broke on the CT side. This could be it for Encore. They cannot allow Kaylee to hold on to this AWP. If they can get it out of his hands, that would be big, but he gets the first shot there, and he's about to get closed in on, and the flank comes in. Encore get the job done, and they are now 1 round away from the finals, and Nostalgie, this is about as hard as it gets for them. A mix buy from them at the end. They still managed to get rifles, but the gear that they have to go with it is not stellar.
Wow. Now Nostalgie have to win this round to force a second overtime. If Encore win this round, they're going to the grand final.
And Nostalgie really trying to get a read on where Encore were going to go as well. It's the game of bluff, 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 basically. Encore, they decide to slow it down, but had they gone aggressive at long, it could have been a bloodbath. Nostalgie with 4 guys there, ready and waiting. And now the game goes back to vanilla. It stabilizes.
Neither team wants to make a mistake now.
Pretty much. I mean, there's no room for error here at all. And Overdrive, I mean, they're still just kind of sitting about. Nostalgie not willing to take a peek. Encore not willing to take a peek. And now the tables have turned. This is now Nostalgie trying to sweat out Encore, basically. Make them work for these frags. Good damage there on Kaylee with that nade. A little bit of a bank and the twist, and it gets the job done. 67 health left on Kaylee. But he's hearing so much information right now with his position, and he manages to make it out of there intact as well. This is all about the fake now at this point. Which way are Encore going to go? 35 seconds left on the clock. They're running out of time quickly here.
That they are.
They have to make a
Once
call.
again, same problem as before. They think Nostalgie is going to push, and they're not. And this is going to be problematic now for the Finns. They need a clean entry. 25 seconds. What are they doing?
They have no time. They have to go. And Kaylee already doing a lot of damage to Natu. He gets stuck on the boxes, though, due to the flash. And he could get overwhelmed. He does.
10 seconds left.
They have no time. Schneider is alive at window. He stops the first man through. 10 seconds now. The bomb needs to get planted, but Snyder is still alive. He gets another headshot, a parting gift from him. But the bomb will get planted with just enough time left on this clock. Everybody moving up B slope now for the remaining members for Nostalgie, and they waste no time at all. Reflex behind the box, though, is going to stop the push for now.
Overdrive spots Exart. Back at the platform there. Natu is low on health. Reflex gets a kill.
And Encore take it in overtime over Nostalgie. Favorites to take the whole thing, but Encore on home turf. The crowd is on its feet and chanting. This is it. Encore will now move on to the grand finals of ASUS ROG to face off against the Danish team My Revenge in a best-of-3. But what a terrific performance from both teams. That was everything we could have hoped for. That best-of-3 going to overtime on the final map, and both teams pushing each other to the limit. But now we are here.
I mean,
and Lurpus, I mean, what is there to say?
I only have one regret, and that was the semifinal and not the grand final.
Yeah.
Because that would have been some good TV, dude.
That would have been perfect.
Now it's going to be so hard for the grand final to live up to that.
Yeah.
Because could you ever have scripted it better? Encore fights back, wins the first map,
Man,
then they get dominated.
I need to calm down right
that
now.
domination is like that loss in Rocky 4, I think.
I will break you.
Yeah.
All right, well, now we'll have to see if they can turn it around. In case you guys are wondering, if you're here live at the event, we will be casting it from here. You'll be able to watch it from here as well. But we should be getting an interview.
I was just going to say, map 2 was Apollo's depth. That's what it was.
Now I'm lost.
Still speaking Rocky.
Okay, just making sure.
What an amazing comeback by Encore, because usually in those situations, especially playing on the harder side of the map, it's so easy to let it slip away. But just sick play by Encore. And you see this? The crowd isn't actually leaving. It's like there's more people flooding in because they're afraid they're not going to be able to catch the grand final, which, by the way, is set to start sometime within 15 to 20 minutes.
20 minutes, and I think the players are going to need a break, a quick breather, but they're not going to want to take too long. They need to stay. They need to stay heated up here. But let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket real quick, and see what's happened today, because all of the playoffs have been played out today, starting at 10 in the morning. But My Revenge, Recursive in the first semifinal. It was My Revenge taking out Public Lear as well, Pythe's team in the quarters. They are waiting now in the grand finals. Encore went through the Norwegian team, Expert Gaming. They took out the mixed Nostalgie, and now they are there as well. But we have Disturbed now for a quick word before we move on. But no, congratulations, Disturbed. I mean, how nervous were you there at the end?
I can even describe the feeling at the moment, as I was playing so horribly the last two maps. The Infernal was like off game for Mouse, and they played Banana so well on CT, Apex, and Kaylee, and Dust 2 they played pretty random CS, I guess, but it worked for them as their mix.
So great win. How big of a difference is he playing in front of the home crowd? Because you must have heard them there, especially towards the end of Dust 2, once it got close.
Yeah, it really helped us. Like, it, of course, it brings us a lot of pressure, but yeah, it helped us a lot.
Did it make a difference knowing in the back of your head that you could be a Finnish team representing, well, the home country here as the game is played on live TV? Obviously, it's the first time a Finnish TV channel is doing that, so it must be pretty cool to be representing Finland in that matchup instead of just being a European mixed team playing against Danes there.
Yeah, that's so cool. I mean, it's, I guess in Sweden it's like happened before.
Sure.
In TV, so it's one of a kind in Finland. It's cool.
All right, well, congratulations to making it to the grand final.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't hold him for too long.
Yeah, exactly. We're not going to hold you for too long. Go get a breather, catch up with the team, and best of luck in the grand final here. Yeah. But thank you. And now we will be taking a very short break. In fact, 10 minutes pretty much.
Yep.
And we will be back So not a big break there for Disturbed, but a 10-minute break here on the stream, and we will be back with the grand finals, a best of 3 here to settle who will win ASUS ROG Summer 2014.